Hello everyone, welcome back to another review video, and today we are reviewing the Blocky Shining version 3. There is a trilogy now, so I've already pre-built the figures, and there is 6 in a box, so here is the 6 that you could get, and as it mentions on the box, it may have the secret, and in this case, the secret is a Megatron in Gladiator. So this one is a more chrome color, whereas the standard version is a more black color. But anyway, we're going to review them in the order that I opened them, and then you guys can see what I got. So the very first figure I opened was actually Ultra Magnus. So this is the new style of cards. They have a bit of a color change, so you can kind of see the rainbow on the chrome. They've still got the QR code on the back that links straight to the Facebook page. And so basically they're no longer round coins. But anyway, straight to the figure. Here he is. So, obviously this is different to the kind of Ultra Magnus you would expect, as this is the Shatterglass version. So he's not the traditional blue and white colours. Instead he's this lovely red and blue colours, which is accurate to Shatterglass. A quick spinny. And there we go. Here's a very well detailed figure, and I'll give a little hint away. It's called the Shining version, and the reason that is if you give them a little boop on the chest, you can see that they glow. So if I angle it and cup them a bit, you can see that they glow. So that is the added feature for the Shining version series, is that when you boop them, they glow. So on different figures, they'll glow in different areas. So in this case, his chest lights up and his eyes light up. He comes with this accessory of a weapon, which is easily detachable from his hand. So here's a quick look at that. There we are, same red colour as he is. He also comes with extra sets of hands, which are just his hands opened up. And there is Ultra Magnus. So that was the first figure I opened. I'm going to chuck him over there. The next figure I opened was probably one of my favourite characters, and that is Tarn. So this guy is from the comics, and this is from the IDW comics, so he's very nice. Let me just focus my camera, there you go. So you can see it's that kind of rainbowy chrome colour on the card, and here is Tarn. So we previously had Tarn from Blockies in Galaxy version colours and scale. So this is a bit of an upgrade, I would say. His arms are now chrome. They've painted extra bits now, especially art detail on the forearms. The legs have got that extra printing, and this version is chrome in different areas. So we'll do a spin with him as well. That's a very nice figure. So this guy comes with some different accessories. So the mask itself of Tarn can come off. So if I go like that, wiggle. There we go. So his mask can come off like that. There's just a little hole in the middle of his face. And what you can do is you can change his head for a maskless version of Tarn's face. So you can flip the forehead around, because this version's got the extra paint on the purple bit by there, and there's kind of purple ventilation on the side of his head. I've left the black version for his masked version, because that's going to hide it anyway, and then I've kept the detailed forehead for his maskless face, but they both work the same. Or you can switch them around which way you prefer. And this guy glows up as well. I love the purple that's kind of glowing out of his chest. You can kind of see it like that. Really nice glow on there, especially the red eyes. I love that, and I'll show you with the extra head as well. I just pull his head off, non-menacingly, of course. There we go, and I stick his extra head on like that. There we go. You can see the eyes still glow red, and of course the purple still glowing through. So there is an option of heads with Tarn. So we'll chuck him over there. That was figure 2. The next figure I got is probably one of the fan favourites, Bumblebee. So here he is, again with the card, that chrome colour. So here he is. So this guy comes with a few different accessories. So I've gone with his thumb up hand. He does come with fist hands. These are the open hands, like I mentioned earlier. They all come with a set of open hands or fist hands, so he can hold his weapons. But Bumblebee comes with an extra hand, which is actually his thumb poking up. So that is one of the accessories for him. And he also comes with a figure of Spike, I believe it is, from the G1 cartoon. So that's a nice little accessory by there. And as you can probably tell, one of his arms look very different. It is a computer screen which has got reference to the movie, which is, I believe it's Spike in his astromech suit. I'm not sure if that's the correct terminology. You can have a go at me in the comments, I give you permission. But yes, so this comes with different accessories, and like I mentioned with the closed hands so they can hold their weapons, Bumblebee also comes with a weapon as well in that kind of, this is kind of like a dark blue, which is throughout his forearms and his thighs. But yeah, it is a nice colour blue. And if I move his hands out the way so you can see it better, this one glows very brightly. He's got a very yellow chest and very blue eyes. So it is a very prominent glow through there. This entire screen is transparent, and a little bit at the top is as well, hence it's glowing through his neck. But yeah, this is probably the brightest figure out of the series. Of course, with all that yellow anyway, it just makes it look extremely bright. Of course, we've got some detail of the wheel for when he transforms, and lots of detail throughout the figure, which is very, very nice. So I'm going to put him back the way I had him and move him to one side too. The next figure I had was Ramjet, like that. So this is probably I think this is actually the figure with the most pieces out of all of them. And I'll give you a quick tour as to why. Of course, he's got the new molds for the arm cannons. So this isn't the typical cannon we saw on like Starscream and Thundercracker on previous series. These are a lot thicker. They've got a lot more engraving into the cannon arms itself, as you can see through there. And yeah, they're just a lot thicker than what we usually see, but they are very, very good. And of course, they can move out the way a little bit, so it has no interference with the arms for mobility. So we'll do a quick spin around of that. See, there's lots of extra fins on this figure, which is adding up to the parts count, like that. And I think I made him glow by accident, but here we are. He has got a yellow, very yellow, greeny colour through his chest and the red eyes. And of course, I forgot to mention his cone head. So there you go, you can see now. His forehead was too big, it was past the screen. But there we go, now you can fully see him. So yeah, again, this has a lot of detail as well. Especially with all the Shining version series they've done. There's all these little details that have been added in, which is great to see. So that was Ramjet. Put him by there. The next figure I got was Orion. So this is not based on the Transformers 1 movie. This is more or less based on the IDW Orion packs. So he looks like this. I'll just go for a quick tour, give a spinny. I think this is reference to the original 80s figure that you could get, this was like the kind of turret part in his trailer. So that's a nice little addition there. He's got the wheels on his side of his legs by there. And there we go, there's Orion. So he comes with his blaster, which kind of looks like the way the G1 would. Very nice. Very nice. And I like that. And again, like Bumblebee has, he has the transparent chest. We can see that this one glows very well too with that lovely blue colour. And there's lots of etch work on his chest, lots of detail there, which is lovely to see. So this is Orion, and that is figure number 5. So the question is, did I get the hidden style? That secret skin, I suppose you can call it. Of course I did. Very lucky, very happy to get it. So this is a different card again, a lot more colour to it, and again there's a lot more of that kind of holographic rainbow shine to it. So that is the card itself. And here he is. This is the Hidden Style Megatron. So this is the Gladiator Minor. And if I just take off all of his attachments so we can see the figure itself. There we go. So again, it comes with open hands as they all do. This has a lot of detail throughout the kind of armor pieces that we can see around on his forearms, on his shoulders, across his chest. There's also kind of different shading areas on his legs, which is nice to see, on his knees. We'll do a tour of it. We'll do a spinny again. It's got the tracks on the back, which is nice to see. That chrome color is really nice, by the way, in real life, because I can see the light shining off of it right now. I'm nearly blind. And of course, I forgot to mention there is some nice etchwork on his face as well. So in terms of glowing for this one, I think is one of the nicer glows. It glows through the cracks on his chest and his eyes as well. So if I angle it up a bit and do that, you can see it's got a nice glow to it. So really, really nice. Love the figure, and this is definitely worthy of the hidden secret style name it's got. Really, really nice figure. So onto the accessories, comes with like a pickaxe. Yeah, kind of netherite pickaxe, I suppose, from Minecraft. Or maybe an energon pickaxe, who knows. So stick that in his hand. And his drill is a really big drill. It's a lot bigger than him, but what you can do with this drill actually is break it in half like that. So he can have both hands on these handles like that, as if he's drilling down. Or you can use this peg on the second half of the drill, and that can clip into his forearm like that, which gives him that kind of G1 look with his cannon arm. So there are all the 6 figures I got. And pan my camera out like that, and you can see this is a really good set. I highly recommend. Detail is brilliant. The mobility is awesome, as it always is with these Blockies figures. And yeah, this is just a really good set. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Bye!